Throughout the pandemic, there was ambiguity over who the decision maker was.
Alberta's former chief medical officer of health, Dr. Dina Hinshaw, fronted the province's COVID response, but a ruling from a Calgary judge Monday afternoon says it was the province making the final call on public health orders during the pandemic, a direct violation of the province's Public Health Act, which says the CMOH holds the decision-making authority.
Public health orders are to come from the chief medical officer of health. She can seek the advice and input of cabinet, but the decisions are hers to make. It isn't clear what role she played, but it's abundantly clear that the government knew what the legislation said. They amended the Public Health Act during COVID, but they just chose not to address this issue.
The act was amended 3 times during the pandemic, but never included an update to give the province decision-making powers. In the 90-page decision, the judge said that while involvement of elected officials in these important decisions may be desirable and even necessary, this involvement should have been structured in such a way as to mitigate the risk of political priorities interfering with the informed and well-qualified judgment of the CMOH.
It isn't clear what dynamic they had with Hinshaw and whether the government told her that she was merely an advisor or she came to that conclusion herself. I think there certainly is fault here. The law was clear. The law was pointed out to the government. They knew what the legislation said.
The judge's decision is stemming from a case challenging the legality of certain pandemic restrictions, alleging they were unconstitutional. The judge ruled that while certain rules breached the Public Health Act, they were justified, put in place during a pressing time.
Hopefully, this decision acts as a catalyst for the government to revisit the Public Health Act and to determine what authority should a chief medical officer of health have, what authority should government have, and to make sure that the legislation matches up with the political reality.
The province's Minister of Justice telling City News in a statement, the King's Bench decision was a very detailed decision, and we are reviewing it. As there is a 30-day appeal period, we are not able to comment further. In Calgary, Jillian Code, City News.